NDClark, I appreciate your response to my video. Well, again, I think I just want to start by saying that I really appreciate the respect that you speak with, and I have received your comments as sincere as you have received mine. Obviously we disagree. We're never going to agree. I don't think we need to. We're not supposed to. And I think that as two grown men we can agree to disagree, but continue to have a civil conversation. I've been respectful, you've been respectful, and I think if nothing else we're both through this conversation proving to all YouTubers that a Christian man and an atheist can have a good and equitable conversation without it coming to blows. There's no reason to. I'm confident in my faith, you're confident in your faith, and that's fine. Both of us should be. We both, I think, have enough experience in our life now to understand where we're at in life, and you know, I've studied a lot of what I believe. You obviously have studied a lot about what you believe, and it also seems like we have a kind of a backwards life here. You started out as a professing Christian. I started out as an unbeliever, and now we're both opposite, which is kind of interesting. But you ended your video asking me to question these things. And sir, I have. I have questioned these things long before I even became a believer, because I was faced with it. My father became a born-again Christian when I was young. He blew everybody away that we knew, and it was embarrassing to me. It was something that I didn't understand, and he never even really took the time to explain to me. It was strange. I didn't really grow up in a Christian home as I would know it and taught these days. But yeah, here I am in the faith. But it was very difficult, and I questioned those beliefs all the time. When I was in college as a musician, I created my own religion based on music and philosophy and all this creative stuff that was going on in my mind and with my friends and colleagues. And then I became a Christian. And I'll tell you, if 10 years ago, if I took a look at the videos that I'm making today, I would think that I've gone off the deep end. I would have thought, what happened to you? Who got a hold of you? That kind of a thing, you know. But things happen for a reason. God had a plan for me that He formed before the foundation of the world, and I understand that now, and I'm satisfied with that. But anyway, but I also wanted to mention, I still question every day. I examine myself constantly, because I'm told to in the scriptures, not by other people. Even though, yes, my pastor does tell me to do that, and the elders tell me to do that. But I do that because, not because they say so, but because that's part of being a Christian. It's a very important part. And being a Christian is not an easy life, okay? It's not. A lot of Christians are going to tell you, well, become a Christian and Christ will get you off drugs. He'll, all your pains will go away. You'll be happy-go-lucky. Well, that's just a bunch of bunk. It's not the way it is. But my life as a Christian is a very deep and meaningful one. I have a lot of answers to questions that I never had answers to before, and a ton more questions have risen up. And it's rewarding. It's wonderful. But anyway, a couple of things that she mentioned about the whole hate issue. Yeah, I still will tell you that I don't hate homosexuals or murderers or thieves or anything like that. Not because I condone what they do. I hate what they are, which is sinners. I hate that about myself. I hate those who hate my God. That's biblical. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I hate you, okay? Because you wouldn't understand that. No atheist would understand that, or no unbeliever would understand if I told them I hate you just because the Bible tells me to. What good would that do? Now, I'm not saying that I don't follow the Scriptures. I'm saying that I hate the sin nature of man, because I recognize that our nature is sin, and not only do I recognize that, but I'm disgusted by it. I hate my sin. It's not a matter of just being imperfect. I mean, even if you admit you're imperfect, you're a sinner. I know a lot of people just don't even like the word sin. That's fine. You're imperfect, okay? There's no way of getting around it. That's part of being human. And I hate that because of what I know who God is. God knows no sin. He is perfect and holy. Cannot have sin in his presence.